little bit of the inside dirt track talk this time. I'll tell you one thing tonight at this Superstock GP, this is going to get used plenty. Solid concrete. It's the contact that we like to see in Superstock racing. But now if we look out onto this racetrack, there was a little hint of rain supposed to be coming today. Apparently, maybe not. Plenty of moisture still going down on this track, and there's a lot of prep work being done now as they tyre pack it. We can see out here just how sticky that clay is. Look at that as I work my finger into the sticky clay. That's why these cars have got such soft Hoosier tyres on there. They're going to bite into this dirt, and we're going to see some fast racing here in our Superstock class. Still putting water down on the outside of the track to keep it nice and even, but this racetrack here at Robertson Holden International Speedway is looking dynamite. And I'm standing right here with the defending champion, Scotty Joblin. Big night.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a big night, especially running it all on one night. So, yeah, it's good to get started for the season. So we'll just be out there giving it our best.
You won this title last year in Nelson, back here pretty much on home turf. Is that going to work in your favour, you think?
Oh, nah, everyone's pretty quick here, I think. So probably not, but we've done a few laps around here. So just hopefully everything's all good on the car, and we're straight into it tonight. So we should be right.
Joblin boys have got a unique slice of history in this championship because you've all won it, both you, Simon, Adam.
Yeah, no, that was, well, I probably never really thought about that, but I guess you're right. So it was good to get a title last year, so hopefully we can just try and continue a good run this season.
Clive, good to see you.
There you go.
Now, you hold one of the most amazing statistics at this meeting. Do you know what I'm going to say?
The oldest driver.
Well, besides that one, you won this title 40 years ago.
And I hope to do it again today.
Hey, everything's possible in Superstocks. Do you remember that night 40 years ago?
Yeah, I do actually. I was actually lucky to get into the race itself because Barry Featherston put me into a parked car, bent my bumper onto the wheel, so he cut the corner of the bumper off, and I had to go on the repechage. So run the repechage, then run the Grand Prix.
Well, the crowd's streaming in, seats are being filled up, the final preparation going on in this Arena Manawatu racetrack. Everyone's ready to go. You hear the buzz in the pits. You can see the cars being warmed up, starting to make your way towards the grids. The three groups have been decided. Some drivers happy with their grids, some not so. They just want to make that top 26 show. It's almost go time here at Robertson Holden International Speedway for the Superstock Grand Prix.
Cheers, Mike. Black group, heat number 1 is up first in 44, Brendan Charlin. Great start on the inside, but look at this around the outside. 8P, Scotty Myers. 88 Jack goes with him. The Levines are there, and looks like Andy McCabe as well. As Trevor Lynham goes round the 99N, thanks to the 56 Akira Pajewski. Hustle and bustle mid-pack there, but Scott Myers, 8P, is in the lead, ahead of 88 of Jack Myers, 31 of Andy McCabe. Charlin's dropped back to 4, and Jamie Hemme spun up on the infield, the 571. Simon Joblin, Keegan Levine looking to make their way past Gary Johnson there mid-pack. Quinn Ryan goes through as well as Johnson clips the wall there, and Andy McCabe, 31P, will take the win ahead of 88 of Jack Myers and the 8P of Scott Myers. Red group qualifying underway, and Thomas Stanaway gets a jump on the outside in the 87B. Flynn Johnson in the 153 goes with him. Dan Hole in the 371. Dale Robertson, and look at this, Gary Davis gets served into the wall by Benji Snedden. Lofty in the 66 was a part of that as well. We've got one up the wall now, 371, Dan Hole, courtesy of the 32 from Nelson, Phil Kramer, stuck up there, and it looks like that's where he'll stay. Out in front though, Dale Robertson, the 89W, leads it from the 87B. Thomas Stanaway, a couple of Lintons out in front. And that is how it will finish, with Dale Robertson taking the win ahead of Stanaway. And it looks like the 28S of Blair Yellenberg will come home in the 3rd place. Blue Group Heat 1 is underway. Jason Long, the New Zealand champion, out in front, being chased down there by Graham Barr. Jordan Dare gets pushed out wide, the 581, and he's going backwards quite a bit there. Asher Rees, the 126, pushing his way through the field. Barr now in the lead ahead of Long as Hamilton collects the wall, as does the 7W. Oh, look at this, Ron Ty's got Peter E stuck up on him, and that would eventually end Ron Ty's night as Todd O'Donnell fired into the wall of the 69P car. Out in front though, Graham Barr will come round and he will take the checkered flag for Blue Group. Heat number 1, the 32P wins it from the 9G, Jamie Hamilton, and the 1NZ of Jason Long across the line in 3rd place. Black Group Heat number 2 is underway. Shane Malsock gets a start. Keegan Levine put in the bumper in early in the 5W, but outside, Simon Joblin making that outside work once again, the 3NZ. Meanwhile, out in front, Joblin leads it from Levine, and the 71 of Malsock, Gary Johnson coming under pressure now from the 46 of Quinn Ryan, as we see the 8 of Scotty Myers making his way through the field. Oh, Ethan Reeves with the bumper on McCabe. McCabe hits Dykstra over the top of Hemingway, and the 28 is up and over. Simon Joblin, the 3NZ, still leads it. Trevor Lynham a lap down in the 99 from Nelson. Keegan Levine, the 5W, sitting in the 2nd spot. Oh, look at this. McCabe's in the wall, courtesy of Ethan Rees. Checker flag comes out for Simon Joblin in the 3NZ, 5W, Keegan Levine in 2nd, and Scotty Myers, another top 3 placing in the 8P. Red Group Heat 2 is underway. Once again, the outside line working good for Josh Prentice in the 15W. 38, Zane Dykstra goes through. Look at this. Braden Robinson, the 41 tank, comes down off the wall. 32 of Phil Kramer goes round. Lofty's in the wall, the 66 tank. One of the Joblin's got it outside front flat. And here comes Jaden Ward, Darryl Wallace, the 971 557, trying to get their way through past Gary Davis. And Ward, he's had enough of it. Davis is in the wall. Josh Prentice, though, will come round and take the checkered flag for Heat 2 of Red Group. 471, Benji Snedden finishing up in 2nd, and Zane Dykstra will win the drag to the line. The 38P picking up 3rd. Blue Group Heat number 2 underway, and look at this, Darren Quirk, the 51. He's going to try that outside line, but it looks like Matty Wise in the 136 is going to be the one to push through to the lead. Malcolm Nata on the 19C coming through as well. There's the 2NZ of Peter Rees. Asher Rees, 126, pushes his way through, goes wide, a few getting pushed into the wall there. Sideways, the 77 of Lance Ellsworth. There's Malia, gets pushed out of the way. That allows Asher Rees and the 9G of Jamie Hamilton to slot through. Bankston and Harley Robert having a good run there. And Bevan Humphreys gets spun up, the 54 car. Asher Rees fired off the end. He's got some front steering problems here, the 126. That will be the end of his race. Peter Rees is out in front, he's gone, he's already taken the win. These are the back markers, because 2nd place is the 9G of Jamie Hamilton, and 19C Malcolm Nartai takes out the top 3.
Oh yeah, you know, it's pretty cutthroat out there and everyone's pretty quick, so you know, get to the front, can't do any more than that.
Yeah, no, it was a bit hectic, you know, 25 cars, whatever, in our group. You know, I didn't have flash. You know, I finished 8th and 9th and something like that, but I noticed the guys in the last heat, they finished behind me, so it gave me a pretty good chance, so I was quite lucky. What a great turnout, you know, what 80 cars, what a great turnout for a GP. Yeah, I think it's great.
It's a great time to be involved in Superstock racing.
Oh, brilliant, from when we first started to now, like it's night and day, and you know, a little bit more money, but you know, it's great, it's great.
Right, back here at the 581 pit, Red Walker of Jordan Dare. Jordan doing some work here to the left rear.
Yeah, track's gone pretty slick out there, so we're just trying to find some more drive and hopefully find some more speed, because we're going to need it. We're in the repechage and only 2 go through, so going to need a fast car.
Repechage on track, Quinn Ryan in the 46 and Kerry Bajewski the 56 on the front row. We go racing. Ryan keeps it nice and tight, goes into the lead. Here comes Clive Elliott though, up the inside, the Silver Fox into 2nd. Jordan Dare in the 581 now, trying to hustle that 3rd position. Adam Joblin making his way through. There's a bit of a tangle up there with the 77 of Ellsworth. And Clive Elliott, look at him keeping the foot down, flinging it around the wall, throws it in wide into 3, as does KP in the tank. And it'll be though Quinn Ryan taking the win, and Clive Elliott, the 95P history could well be repeating itself as Quinn Ryan qualifies into the finals, as does the 1979 winner, Clive Elliott.
There's a famous song by Split Ends, and it's called History Never Repeats. You've just blown that myth right out the back door.
Oh, I don't know about that. There's a long way to go yet.
Oh look, 40 years ago you had to come through a repechage. You've just done that again.
But the shoe's on a different foot this time. There's more better cars and a lot faster and more better drivers probably.
Qualifying's done. You got through. Doesn't matter how you did it. You're in the show. Yeah. Everyone's back to square one. 0 points, 3 heats.
Yeah. No, it's nice to be in the final. Coming to tonight with no expectations. Just first, it's my first drive back in the car this season. So yeah, fingers crossed to get some good grids and have a bit of luck and the old birds on my shoulder tonight.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Stewie.
Yep. All right.
Who's going to win it?
Who looked impressive out there? It's hard to say. I think Keegan Levine's got a good bit of kit under his belts there, the 5W. He showed a bit of signs out there in qualifying. It's good to see the New Zealand champion out there, Jason Long. It's good to see Peter Rees out there, 2NZ.
Do you know who's a pick for me for the podium? Josh Prentice.
Yeah, Josh Prentice. He's now the king of the arena, isn't he? He won the king of the arena last weekend in the stock car class. He's here with his Superstock. He's got a point to prove. He's wanting to get into the Wildcats team. Heat 1 of the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix. Blair Eulenberg, Brendan Charlin off the front row. Let's go racing. Eulenberg gets a jump there in the 28. And outside it will be Charlin though, who will slot out into the lead. Now the 44 car goes. On board here with Keegan Levine, pushing his way back through mid-pack. Oh, the two Wade cars get together, the 85 and the 58. Levine gets pushed to the infield by Barr. We've got one up the wall, that will be Jared Wade as well. And Scott Myers gets squeezed out by Scott Joplin. On board now with Keegan Levine, making his way through. We've got Thomas Stanaway ahead of him. Gets up the inside of him. Now he's got Stefan Roygaard. Harley Robb gets a smack there from Peter Rees. Brendan Charlin, the 44, still leading it from Blair Eulenberg, Quinn Ryan. Oh, here we go, bit of collision, and Clive Elliott's up and over. Clive Elliott, 95p on his side, the 1979 winner. Let's take a look at the replay. It will be, Keegan Levine gets squeezed into Harley Robb, who in turn pushes Clive Elliott into the wall once again. Here we see Levine, big shot, squeezes Harley Robb, and that was the end of the race for Clive Elliott. We go racing once again. Brendan Charlin, 44-year race leader, ahead of the 46 of Quinn Ryan. Jamie Hamilton, the 9G, he's pushed his way into third, and Malia goes round in the 99. Jason Long clips the wall, has it coming together with the 2NZ of Peter Rees. As we see Scott Myers trying to make his way through the field again, as is Keegan Levine after that. Bit of a tangle up with Harley Robb and Clive Elliott. Now he's ahead of Scott Joplin. Peter Rees though now up the inside of the 88 of Jack Myers. Wade cars there again with Keegan Levine. Graham Barr now chasing down Matty Wise about mid-pack. And he gets a bit spun up, this Matty Wise. Dale Robinson goes through in the 89 as well. Keegan Levine gets ahead of Jared Wade. The Hutt Park racing car hauling there, the 5W, who clips the wall. Wade goes back in front. Oh, Jason Long clips the wall. Jack Myers through this time. The handling problems there for the 1NZ car is now he's under pressure from the 3NZ. Simon Joplin trying again around the outside is Jason Long, and he puts Myers to the line, but it'll be Jamie Hamilton that will take the eventual win, the 9G, starting from grid 8. And there's our top 6. 9G, Jamie Hamilton takes the win from Quinn Ryan, our repechage winner, 46B. 44P, Brendan Charlin will take out third. 2NZ, Peter Rees in fourth. Our pole sitter, 28S, Blair Eulenberg in fifth. And 471K, Benji Snedden rounding out the top 6.
Job done in heat number 1 from grid 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a pretty good start. We qualified real good. I haven't raced here for a few years, so it took a bit to get in the groove, but yeah, going good.
Clive, you can totally blame me for that incident, because I straight away posted on Facebook that you'd just made it through and history was repeating itself. I just commentator cursed you.
Shame on you. Never mind, we'll go out in the other 2 heats and see what we can do.
The cool thing is that you're always smiling.
Well, what's not to smile about?
A good first heat for you. You made some big gains, come from a long way back to get some big points.
That's what we want, eh? Yeah. Track was pretty good, actually.
Just
15 lappers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I felt that.
That's why you're sweating a bit more?
Oh, I'm unfit, probably.
New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix Heat 2 underway. Benji Stead in the pole sitter gets the push from his King's teammate Stefan Roygaard in the 58. But look at this, we're right on board with Steadon, and around the outside Peter Rees, 2NZ goes into the lead. Steadon into seconds, Thomas Stanaway, we're on board with him, gets pushed into Steadon, and that'll be the 58 of Roygaard. We've got one going round. Quinn Ryan, the 46 goes round, as does Zane Dykstra. Oh, we've one in the wall, here we go. Scotty Myers. So we look at the replay, we see Zane Dykstra get spun up, but Sean Pearson, oh, here's a coming together with Scott Myers and Dale Robertson. Nowhere to go for the 89W. We see the blue 112, bottom of our screen. There's Myers, and here comes Dale Robertson, the 89. Nowhere to go, but into Myers. We go racing once again. This is the battle for third place. It's Levine and Stefan Roygaard. Rees is leading it. As Levine goes up the inside of Roygaard now. Sneddon into second. Stanaway still in third. Oh, Levine in fourth. Stanaway now, we're right on board as he chases down Benji Sneddon. Peter Rees still leading it. The two Joblins chasing. Here comes Jamie Hamilton, our Heat 1 winner. The 9G making his way through the field. Having a great night, 2 seconds in a first so far for the 9G. Quinn Ryan trying to come back after that spin up, chasing down Benston, as is Dale Robertson, the 89. Peter Rees, though, he's lost the lead to Sneddon. Oh, Sneddon, no, Sneddon's got problems. Sneddon to the infield. The 471 out of the race, and 2NZ. Peter Rees will resume the lead ahead of Stanaway, Keegan Levine, as we ride on board with Levine now. Chasing down Thomas Stanaway. Levine sitting in third place on track. He's got 85 of Roygaard behind him. As Rees puts Blegelenberg a lap down, he's got some problems in the wall. The two Joblin brothers, Scott Joblin the 52, 3NZ of Simon, running together. White flags out. As we see Thomas Stanaway sitting in second, chasing down Peter Rees. The 2NZ though out of turn number 4, and Peter Rees will take out heat number 2. Thomas Stanaway in second, Levine in third. There's our heat 2 winner, Peter Rees, here the top 6 in the first heat. He'll be very happy with that result. And we look at it, Peter Rees confirmed the winner of heat number 2 ahead of 87B. Thomas Stanaway, 5W, Keegan Levine in third, 58K, Stefan Roygaard in fourth, 9G, Jamie Hamilton backs his win up with a 5th placing, and the 15W, Josh Prentice in 6th place. So if we look at our points after 2 heats, it'll be the 9G of Jamie Hamilton on 49 points, 1 point ahead of the 2NZ of Peter Rees. Then we drop back a massive 9 points to 2 cars. 5W King Levine, 46B Quinn Ryan tied on 39 points, 15W Josh Prentice a further point back on 38 points, and 1NZ Jason Long on 36, rounding out the top 6.
You're still in here fighting for this title. You're now the top point scorer after 2 heats.
Oh, nice. Good place to be, eh?
You got 1 point in front of Jamie in the 9G car.
Oh, sweet. Good old Gisborne.
That was a massive race. Grid 21 to 5th place. You're only a point behind Pete.
Yeah, it's pretty close, and I think I've got a better grid than Pete in this one, but...
Yeah, grid 12.
Yeah, so as long as I can get away, hopefully I can just hold that position and see what happens.
You're a superstar out there at the moment. You're 3rd on points going into the last race.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all, actually. I got spun out in the first one, and I was lucky to just finish that race. I think I've only finished 13th or 12th, so a bit of a surprise, but hey, just shows the quality and the speed of the cars out there, eh? And I mean, a 13th and a 3rd can give you 3rd on points going to the last race, and I'm not going to complain. 3rd heats of championships, I mean, half of them, you don't know who's going to do what, and it's generally only 10 cars are going for it, and then the rest are trying to do the damage.
Heat 3 out on track, 3NZ Simon Joblin off pole, 1NZ Jason Long, we've got Scott Joblin off 3, Graham Barr's missing there off grid 4, we've got a few empty grids actually down the middle of the pack, but we go green anyway. Simon Joblin shoots into the lead, he's got Scott Joblin, his brother, chasing behind, Jason Long straight out wide, try the high line, Dale Robertson! Dale Robertson has a shot, huge shot at Scott Myers. Jamie Hamilton collects him, and Peter Rees has gone to the infield. Keegan Levine is charging his way through. Jamie Hamilton back under control and going again. Jack Myers is on the pole line. He's picked up the 9G of Jamie Hamilton. Is this a bit of blocking here? Jared Wade pushes his way through. No one wants to pass Myers here as such. Still Scott Myers. Oh, we got one in the background there. Bingston goes up. Now Jack Myers has got the 2NZ of Peter Rees held up. Scott Myers, his dad joins in on it. And the two Myers have pushed Peter Rees to the infield. Jack's back on the pole line. Scotty's got Pete on the infield. Jamie Hamilton now going on the defensive as Scott Joplin, your race leader, pushes his way through. He's got 1NZ, Jason Long behind. And look at Peter Rees, big shot on Myers, pushes him to the wall. Myers bounces out of it, goes in the chase of Peter Rees. Clive Elliott trying to stay out of that. As the race leader, Scott Joplin also coming around. We drop on board now with Keegan Levine, the 5W. You can see the blockers ahead of him, Jamie Hamilton. Now comes up on Jack Myers. That is a block job from Myers. Still leading it, Scott Joplin chasing a lap to Clive Elliott. The white flag's out, 1 to go for Joplin. He's got Jason Long in behind. Jamie Hamilton's parked up on the pole line. He's going nowhere so far. Peter Rees is still trying to keep the car moving. He gets the white flag. Keegan Levine now though, we ride on board as he crosses the line. Scott Joplin will take the win ahead of the 1NZ Jason Long, 5W Keegan Levine. The points are going to be close on this one. Peter Rees now, can he finish? He does. He brings it out turn 4, crosses the line, does the 2NZ. I think we could have some runoffs here. Let's look at Heat 3 results though. 52p. Scott Joplin takes the win ahead of 1NZ Jason Long. 5W Keegan Levine in 3rd. 15W Josh Prentice in 4th. 46p Quinn Ryan in 5th. And the 38p of Zane Dykstra in 6th place. That is our New Zealand Superstock GP, and as we said, the points are close, but look how close they are. We've got Keegan Levine 5W and Peter Rees 2NZ tied on 63 points. They will go to a runoff to decide the New Zealand Superstock GP champion. And then look at this, 4 cars tied for 3rd. Quinn Ryan 46B, 15 of Josh Prentice, 9G of Jamie Hamilton, 1NZ of Jason Long, all tied on 61. Wow, that is going to be a massive 4-car runoff for 1 spot on the podium.
Keegan, provisionally a runoff for the title with Peter Rees.
Oh, pretty happy. Bring it on.
That was a torrid 3rd heat race, only 15 cars finished.
Yeah, no, it was pretty hectic. Just lucky that I didn't have to come up to any block cars, and yeah, I just ran a smooth race, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. So, hey, let's go.
Pete, you're still in it?
Oh no. Shit, I thought, oh, we got rid of that race, I'm going to have a beer now. Nah, run off.
You had some attention paid to you in that race.
Yeah, I'm honoured. Yeah, good on them. The home track they're looking after, eh?
It's a compliment, isn't it?
It is. I enjoyed that race. Loved it. Good test for the car too.
So just 4 laps away from perhaps your first GP crown?
Oh, yeah, first or second we're going to get. Doesn't really matter what, does it?
Oh, come on. Just quietly, you know you want that #1 spot.
Oh, it'd be great. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But hey, Keegan's well deserved of it too, so best of luck to him.
Yep. 4 cars in a runoff. I honestly, 22 years of commentating, I don't think I've ever seen that. Can't wait.
It's time for the runoff for 3rd. Josh Prentice off pole, the 15W. Gets the jump, gets pushed to the infield though by Jason Long, the 1NZ, and the 9G of Jamie Hamilton looking to the outside now. Prentice, 46B of Quinn Ryan, both chasing hard now though. Prentice took a little bit of a dive, too far away, gets punted there from Ryan. Jason Long still leading it, ahead of Jamie Hamilton. Now Hamilton with the punt, puts the wheel on the pole line, gets out of it a bit, yields, but goes through to the lead. Oh, Prentice spins up Hamilton. Long, nowhere to go. Well, manages to get through Quinn Ryan as well. Now Prentice leads it. We've got a Wildcat in front. 2 Hawkeyes chasing down. Quinn Ryan pushing Prentice. Long to the outside. Prentice puts Long in the wall, and Quinn Ryan goes to the lead. Quinn Ryan to the lead now. Prentice in 2nd. Remember, only 1 car will finish on the podium. And at the moment, it's Quinn Ryan, the 46B, out in front. Here he comes for the last time. Round turn 3, through turn 4. He's got Jason Long in front of him, his Hawkeye's teammate, and Quinn Ryan will take the win and 3rd place in the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix. Here's the runoff for the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix title. Peter Rees off pole in the 2NZ, 5 of Keegan Levine on the outside. Peter Rees needs this title to take the Grand Slam of National Championships. The revs are high, we go green. Rees gets the jump. Levine tried to turn down on him. Now Rees has gone wide. We ride on board with Keegan Levine. Takes a dive at Rees in turn 2. Gets him. Spins him up. He's got him sideways and right round. Levine goes to the lead. 5W Keegan Levine is in the lead of the runoff. What's Rees going to do? Levine's got the lead and pulls away. Now he slows up. He's slowing right up. Peter Rees, here he is. As Levine approaches Rees. He's slowing up. They can't stop. They have to keep moving, so we're back on board with Levine as he approaches the 2NZ of Peter Rees. Drives down, takes a dive at Rees. Clocks up the first lap, and Keegan Levine tangling up Peter Rees, and he spins him once again. Keegan Levine drives off, still in the lead. Peter Rees, it doesn't look like he's got an answer for Levine at the moment, as Levine is pushing on through. At the moment in the box seat to take out the New Zealand Superstock GP. He's got the white flag, 1 to go. Let's see if Rees is around here. Levine goes wide. Rees has got one last shot. He sits down on the pole line in turn 2. Levine takes a big dive, spins him, unsettles the 2NZ. Rees managed to get back on track. He got to put him in the wall now. What can Levine do here? He drives out wide. Rees gets it unsettled, spins himself up, and Keegan Levine will go through, win the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix ahead of 2NZ Peter Rees. Alright, we're catching up with our runner-up from the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix. 2NZ finishing second. Peter Rees, mate, you're sweating. That was hard work out there tonight, was it?
You have no idea. You know, those early 2 races, and I got off to a real bad one, didn't I? And I was a lap down. I didn't think I'd even get near this end of the point. And then after that final, I enjoyed that final, I must say. You know, with the Myers on me, I actually enjoyed that.
That'll be one of the first times that
really,
you'd had the Myers on you, eh?
Oh, hey, they're looking after their home track, you know. So yeah, I really enjoy that. So I appreciate them doing that, and I'll go shake their hand shortly. But yeah, I didn't expect to get this far. And second, I'll take second. You know, everyone says I'm hungry for that first, but I'm not in this stage of my career.
What about the, we'll touch on it quickly, what about the Grand Slam though? It wasn't just the Grand Prix that got away, it was the Grand Slam that got away.
Yeah, but that's just an invented word, isn't it? I mean, I got nothing to prove, I just enjoy that racing. You know, to get that far as a bonus, not quite right there. If I got it, I'd be happy, but I'm still happy.
In that note, Keegan Levine, you're full of credit tonight, so I'm going to roll with it. Keegan Levine, what an awesome run-off that was, eh?
Yeah,
he got you twice.
He did, and you know, he got me good, so wait, and entertains the crowd. Yeah. And I'm sure they were entertained. And he's a popular person, you know, good on him. I was the first to meet him over there because he come back in.
We said it before the third heat. You've been a man who's gone out and won third heats. You've been a man that's gone and decided who wins third heats. So to you, it swings and roundabouts, doesn't it?
It does, and that's how I've got my championship titles to date. You know, I've earned them, the respect. And I think at this end of it, you know, because I've moved away from Palmy, people are like, the Myers and that, like, we're not going to let him have it, and that's cool. I love it. Hey, that's what we got bumpers for. And Superstocks are starting to use bumpers, if you see.
Well, it's been a pretty big first start of the season, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, the car's 9 million old and it looks really second-hand. Yeah.
Alright, catching up with our New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix winner, Keegan Levine. Keegan, mate, you had an absolute shocker of a first race. Spun to the rear of the field, finished up 13th, came back with 2 solid second placings. Just talk us a little bit firstly through those through heats.
Yeah, well, I don't know, just the first one was a bit of a shocker, really. I didn't expect this at all, to be fair. Normally a 13th place in a field like this is not the best finish, but hey, it just shows the speed and the quality of the cars, eh? I mean, a 13th, and you can still take out a title, so yeah, just pretty happy.
The last heat, at one stage there was 5 of you guys tied for first. Then all of a sudden we lost Simon Joblin, and that basically opened it up for you. You were solely out in front on 63. Pete Rees though managed to make his way back up. He finished on 63. Then you heard you had a runoff. What was the thoughts going through your mind then?
Yeah, well, I saw Pete and Hamilton, they were getting a bit of attention, so I knew that I was hoping that me and Prenti might have come out 1-2 because I knew that I was a point separating us, so I just had to pass him, and I thought we'd done enough for 1-2, but hey, still pretty happy.
You went out against Peter Rees, the man he's done runoffs galore. He's experienced at this. He didn't just want to win the New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix. Peter Rees wanted to win the Grand Slam. There was a lot riding on him. There was nothing riding on you. What was your feeling going into that runoff?
Yeah, I was just going to do anything to win it, really. I was just more thinking having GP in the stock car and Superstock at the same time was the only thought running through my mind. So, yeah, just pretty happy, eh? And, yeah, what else can you say?